Viola Davis, one of the most acclaimed actresses of our time, has a secret guiding principle behind her unstoppable rise in Hollywood. And it's not what you think. This wisdom has helped her break barriers, win awards, and redefine what it means to succeed in an industry that often underestimates women of color. Stay with us, because the story behind her insight is both shocking and deeply inspiring, and it could change the way you approach your own career and life. Viola Davis is a powerhouse, an actress whose talent, determination, and authenticity have earned her Oscars, Emmys, and a place in Hollywood history. Yet behind the accolades lies a story few truly know, the wisdom that has guided her through obstacles, setbacks, and moments of self-doubt. This is where it gets interesting, because the insight Viola relies on isn't just about acting. It's about life, resilience, and making choices that honor her values. In this video, we'll uncover the experiences, lessons, and pivotal moments that shaped Viola's perspective. You won't believe what she faced early in her career, the people who challenged her, and the choices that ultimately propelled her to the top. From navigating systemic bias in Hollywood to mentoring the next generation of actors, Viola's journey offers lessons that go far beyond the screen. By the end of this video, you'll understand how a single guiding principle influenced not only her career, but also her personal growth. You'll discover insights that could inspire your own approach to challenges, success, and resilience. Stay with us, because the next chapters reveal the moments that tested Viola Davis and the wisdom she used to rise above them. Viola Davis was born in St. Matthews, South Carolina, and grew up in a world that was far from easy. Her childhood was marked by poverty, instability, and the harsh realities of systemic inequality. From a young age, she witnessed the struggles of her family and community, learning that perseverance and courage were not optional, they were necessary for survival. These early experiences laid the groundwork for the resilience that would define her career. Despite the obstacles, Viola found solace and expression through the arts. She discovered a passion for acting in school plays and local theater programs, where she began to understand the transformative power of storytelling. But talent alone was not enough to guarantee success. Viola had to confront societal expectations, racial prejudice, and the often unforgiving nature of the entertainment industry. She recalls being underestimated and overlooked, moments that fueled her determination to prove herself not only as an actress, but as a person with a voice and a vision. Education played a critical role in shaping Viola's perspective. She earned a scholarship to the prestigious Juilliard School, where she honed her craft and developed the discipline necessary for a career in theater and film. Here, she also learned an important early lesson. Talent could open doors, but character, focus, and persistence would determine whether she stayed in the room and thrived. Family influence was equally significant. Viola often credits her mother with instilling a sense of dignity, moral clarity, and the understanding that success should never come at the expense of integrity. Her upbringing taught her to value honesty, empathy, and emotional intelligence, qualities that would later become central to the wisdom she applies in her career. The early stages of Viola's journey were also punctuated by rejection and self-doubt. Auditions were tough and opportunities were limited. Yet each setback became a lesson in perseverance, adaptability, and resilience. She began to internalize a principle that would guide her life. The combination of hard work, self-awareness, and strategic choices creates lasting impact even when the odds are stacked against you. By the time she entered the professional acting world, Viola Davis was not only a gifted performer, but a person with a clear understanding of the importance of preparation, focus, and intentionality. These early experiences, her struggles, triumphs, and the lessons learned from both, formed the foundation of the wisdom that continues to guide her career today. As we move into Section 2, we will explore Viola Davis' breakthrough moments, the pivotal roles that defined her career, and the life experiences that revealed the principles she now lives by. Stay tuned, because the next chapter uncovers how early hardships transformed into insight, shaping the trajectory of one of Hollywood's most powerful voices. After years of perseverance and honing her craft, Viola Davis began to experience the breakthroughs that would propel her into Hollywood's spotlight. Her early career included a mix of theater work, minor television roles, and small film appearances, each providing critical collaboration and resilience. These opportunities, though modest at the time, allowed her to refine not only her acting skills, but also her understanding of the industry and its often unspoken dynamics. Her first major breakthrough came on stage with her performances in acclaimed productions, where critics and audiences alike began to take notice. Theater taught Viola the importance of preparation, presence, and consistency. Unlike film or television, the stage demands an unbroken commitment to storytelling, discipline, and connecting with live audiences, a lesson that would deeply influence how she approached every role thereafter. These performances were not merely about fame or recognition. They were rigorous training grounds where she learned how to sustain excellence under pressure. Transitioning to film and television presented new challenges. Viola faced a landscape rife with typecasting and systemic bias, often being offered roles that were limited or stereotypical. Yet, she refused to compromise her standards, selectively choosing roles that resonated with her personally and professionally. Each decision reflected a growing awareness of her career as a whole and an understanding that her choices had long-term consequences. Viola began to live by a principle that would define her wisdom. It's not just about the roles you take, but the integrity, intention, and message behind them. Her performance in films like Doubt and The Help marked defining moments in her career. In Doubt, her ability to convey emotional depth and moral complexity earned her widespread acclaim, showcasing her talent in a way that transcended traditional expectations of Black actresses in Hollywood. The Help brought her critical recognition and an Academy Award nomination, solidifying her status as a powerful force on screen. These roles weren't just professional milestones, they were affirmations of the lessons she had internalized over years of struggle, resilience, intentionality, and the courage to demand respect and authenticity in her work. But here's the part that often goes unnoticed. Viola's breakthroughs were never accidental. Behind every audition, every rejection, and every triumph was a careful balance of strategic thinking, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. She observed industry trends, studied the careers of those she admired, and learned to navigate the complex interplay of talent, opportunity, and human dynamics. This wisdom became her guiding compass, allowing her to transform setbacks into opportunities and to assert her voice in spaces where many might have remained silent. Another pivotal moment in her career was her historic win as the first Black actress to achieve the Triple Crown of acting, earning an Emmy, Tony, and Oscar. This milestone was not simply about awards. It represented decades of dedication, strategic choices, and the application of the guiding principle she had cultivated from her early life and career experiences. It was a testament to the idea that long-term success is built on the combination of skill, intentionality, and unwavering integrity. Throughout these breakthrough moments, Viola also learned a crucial lesson about the broader impact of her work. She realized that her roles carried cultural significance, influencing perceptions, inspiring audiences, and providing representation for those who had been historically marginalized. This understanding reinforced the wisdom she had internalized. True success is measured not only by personal achievement, but by the ability to uplift others and create meaningful change. As we move into Section 3, we will dive deeper into the specific life philosophy and guiding wisdom Viola Davis credits for her success, including how she applies it to decision-making, collaborations, and mentorship. This next section will reveal the insight that has consistently shaped her choices and helped her navigate the highs and lows of Hollywood. Viola Davis' extraordinary career is not just the product of talent. It is built on a philosophy she has cultivated over decades, shaped by personal experiences, challenges, and moments of reflection. The wisdom that guides her is both practical and profound, influencing how she approaches roles, relationships, and opportunities in Hollywood and beyond. At the heart of this philosophy lies one central idea: embrace intentionality, resilience, and authenticity in every decision, no matter how big or small. Viola often emphasizes that every choice she makes, whether auditioning for a role, selecting a script, or collaborating with a director, is informed by a careful evaluation of alignment with her values. She refuses to take on projects that compromise her integrity or fail to offer meaningful storytelling. This approach reflects a broader lesson she learned early on: solely by success or accolades, but by the quality of decisions and the impact they create. By prioritizing intention over convenience, Viola has consistently elevated her career, achieving both critical acclaim and personal fulfillment. Another key aspect of her guiding wisdom is the importance of resilience. Viola has spoken candidly about the rejections, microaggressions, and systemic barriers she faced as a Black actress. These experiences could have discouraged anyone, but she reframed them as lessons, using each setback to build strength, sharpen her focus, and cultivate patience. Her resilience is intertwined with her self-awareness. She understands her worth, recognizes her unique voice, and refuses to allow external forces to dictate her trajectory. Mentorship and empathy are also central to Viola's philosophy. She has become a powerful advocate for supporting emerging actors, particularly women and people of color navigating an industry historically skewed against them. Viola sees mentorship as a way to extend her wisdom beyond her own career, creating a ripple effect that amplifies opportunity, representation, and growth. She frequently states that part of her legacy is not just the roles she plays, but the guidance and inspiration she provides to others. But here's the striking part many people might overlook. Viola's wisdom is deeply tied to self-reflection and emotional intelligence. She invests time in understanding not just her craft, but her own motivations, fears, and desires. This inner clarity allows her to make decisions that are consistent with her values, even in high-pressure situations. Whether negotiating contracts, choosing collaborators, or handling public scrutiny, she approaches every scenario with a combination of foresight, empathy, and strategic thinking. Her guiding principle also extends to her personal life. Viola Davis balances career ambition with family, relationships, and personal growth, demonstrating that true wisdom encompasses both professional and personal dimensions. She emphasizes that integrity, emotional honesty, and accountability are essential to maintaining long-term fulfillment. By integrating these values into every aspect of her life, Viola has built a sustainable model of success that continues to inspire others. Furthermore, Viola's wisdom encourages embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. She often describes moments of fear or doubt as signals to lean into learning and self-discovery rather than retreating. This mindset has allowed her to tackle diverse and challenging roles, from the emotionally charged performances in Fences and How to Get Away with Murder to her advocacy work outside the entertainment industry. Each challenge reinforces the principles that guide her, creating a cycle of continuous growth, resilience, and impact. Viola Davis' guiding wisdom is not confined to her past or her celebrated performances. It is a living, evolving philosophy that continues to shape her life, career, and influence in Hollywood and beyond. Today, she applies the principles of intentionality, resilience, and authenticity to every choice she makes, from selecting roles to mentoring others and advocating for systemic change. Understanding how she translates this wisdom into daily action offers viewers practical lessons they can apply in their own journeys. One of the most visible applications of her wisdom is in the careful selection of roles. Viola refuses to take work that does not resonate with her values or challenge her as an artist. For her, acting is not simply a job. It is a platform to tell stories that matter, highlight underrepresented voices, and spark meaningful conversations. This demonstrates a critical life lesson. Aligning your work with your principles creates not only personal fulfillment, but also a lasting impact. Viewers can learn from this approach by assessing whether their own decisions, career choices, partnerships, or projects reflect their deepest values and long-term goals. Mentorship and advocacy remain central to her philosophy. Viola actively supports emerging actors, particularly women and people of color, by sharing knowledge, offering guidance, and creating opportunities. She understands that wisdom is multiplied when passed on, and that fostering others' growth is a form of legacy building. This reinforces the idea that success is not only personal achievement, but also the ability to lift others and create a ripple effect of empowerment. For viewers, this highlights the importance of using your skills and experience to mentor, teach, or inspire those around you.